players that like to have the ball, but if you make them not to have the ball and run, then it feels like you're wasting something. So Valencia needs to get more on the ball, more possession, and try to create more danger. The way he played, he was allowing the fullbacks to go forward, but we hardly seen Cancelo and Gaya going forward neither. So yeah, Valencia have to change a lot from the first half to get something out here.
OK, let's rejoin our commentators, David Phillips and Kevin Keatings.
Thanks, George. Welcome back. A very satisfactory first... That's not the word to use for that first half performance, really. It's a real understatement. Simeone must have been thrilled with that first 45 minutes, with and without the ball. Atletico Madrid were outstanding. Valencia will be happy only to be 2-0 down at the break. I don't expect the intensity to drop, certainly in the opening 10-15 minutes of the second half. Simeone won't settle for that. Maybe if the scoreline's the same or better for Atleti after an hour or so, they might just step off the gas a little bit and protect their lead. It's been a wonderful performance, it really has. First half goals from Jackson Martinez and Yannick Ferreira Carrasco.
Well, the first thought for me, Kevin, is whether or not there's going to be a change of shape for Valencia. We know, as they have done in the past, never played as a 4-4-2. They've always gone as a 4-2-3-1 with a lonesome striker. And you just wonder whether or not that will suit him. And he's just asking the wider of the three to make sure they take care of the fullbacks. As we see with Atletico over the years, the midfield four do not play wide. They play very, very narrow.
Here's Ferreira Carrasco trying to feed Jackson Martinez. Enzo Perez, now Parejo, has been operating a more right-sided midfield position, which is something that's quite foreign to him, in order to deploy themselves as a 4-4-2. Here's Gabi, or rather Koke it was, looking for Jackson Martinez. Santos with a clearance, it'll drift out for the corner.
Well, you just think that Santos could have done a lot better than that, wrapping his foot around. As we know with Atletico, fantastic on set pieces. And there you see the bench warming up. It is again, it's a superstar on the bench, isn't it?
Ferreira Carrasco's corner, flick on by Martinez. It was almost a perfect set piece there.
And here again, we hit it towards the near post area. Jackson Martinez has the initial header. Cancelo doesn't really know anything about it, just bounces off his chest and then hits Diego Godin. And unfortunately for Atletico, it doesn't fall to Antoine Griezmann.
Fair amount of shirt pulling going on as well by Perez. He was rather fortunate to get away with that. Godin. Felipe. Thiago. Gomez. Mustafi. Now Gabi. It's time here for Cancelo. Can you try and second guess Nuno in that Valencia dressing room at half-time? What would have been the main gist of his team talk, do you think, David?
Well, just certainly to eradicate mistakes. When you get to... Well,
I'm not sure it was going in, but Dominic wasn't sure. Martinez's shot took a deflection that was awkward for the goalkeeper.
Well, I think he hurt himself.
Yes, because he had to take all the weight and suddenly shifted double quick. It's deflected there by Jackson Martinez, and he did enough.
Well, he's done enough, but he's hurt himself, hasn't he? By having to make that save with his left-hand side. Has a quick look around to see where his post is. Hopefully he'll be all right. But yes, as mentioned with Nuno, he's looking to eradicate mistakes, and then certainly when they get into those wide areas, you're looking for your wider midfield players to make sure you're backtracking with them. But you've got to go and match them in all areas. And as I mentioned before, this does not suit Valencia, the shape, the 4-4-2. You also have to think about whether or not Atletico are going to be able to keep up this high intensity. We know at times, and you just mentioned it just recently, Kevin, is that after about 10-15 minutes, they might just go step off the gas a little bit. That might invite Valencia onto them. But Simeone, as soon as he sees that, he'll start ramping up the pressure again for his players.
That picture looks a little more encouraging for Jaime Dominic. Can't afford another goalkeeping injury, already down to tonight's third choice.
It was a little bit strange, wasn't it, with Dominic coming in from a free transfer from Huracan. Not only, as you're right to say, they've lost Diego Alves and Matty Ryan, but also they went and spent €2 million on Yol from Celta Vigo. And all of a sudden, is it a case that Yol, who played, 2 years ago, played 35 La Liga appearances for Celta Vigo, is now going to be fourth choice?
That's a foul by Pereira Carrasco, yellow card for the Belgian.
Well, it's a needless, senseless one from Carrasco and Cancelo. But again, these are the sort of opportunities. When you've got Parejo on the ball, we know how good he is with set pieces. A lot of width, a lot of pace on this. And then you've got a stern, stubborn resistance from the back line of Atletico.
Dani Parejo then with the Valencia free kick. Deflects away off Griezmann. Disappointing that. Got to maximise those positions, Valencia. Oh, now then, a stray arm there from Dani Parejo. And that looked to be with some force. I'm just wondering what colour the card was going to be.
He knew exactly what he was doing, Parejo. I wouldn't have been surprised to have seen a red card for that. He swivels, and there you can see he catches him with his left forearm right into the face of Carrasco. I bet that hurt. There was intent there from Parejo. He knew exactly what he was doing, and he's a very, very fortunate young man.
Well, there's Bakali, who's quick, talented winger. It looks as though he'll be on very soon. Nuno just making sure he gets his last instructions down there from a member of his staff. And Valencia maybe going to look for more pace down the flanks, try and stretch the game.
I just wonder whether there'll be a change of shape as well, because Bakali likes to play on that left-hand side. 5'4.5", very diminutive. Got very, very good pace.
Jackson Martinez, Griezmann, now Felipe. Thiago, Gabi, Griezmann, it's lovely football. Juan Fran. Koke.
said to me at half-time, Kevin, that you thought that Juan Fran was in the form of his life. I think he's had that for about 4 or 5 years, you know, ever since he's come from Osasuna, where he's reverted from an outside right to a right back. He has been exceptional.
Well, Danny Parejo has looked very much out of position tonight in the change of formation from Nuno, and he now makes way for Zakaria Bakali.
Well, you can't blame Parejo for that, can you? With a change of formation, playing in a position that he's not usually accomplished to, but all good players can play anywhere.
This is Griezmann. Enzo Perez. Won't really have the pace, I don't think, to trouble Atletico Madrid, but he did well enough to link with Alcácer in the end.
So how composed is that header back from Thiago? Great awareness, in and around himself when he managed to just clip that ball back to Jan Oblak.
He's mentioning in first half commentary that Thiago's 34 years old now, plays like a 24-year-old, he's still got terrific legs. You have to have them under Simeone playing the way they do. It's 10 years now since he was in the Chelsea squad that won the Premier League. Griezmann will win out in that duel against Dominic.
And just to think, just about a year ago, there was the talk that he was going to leave Atletico. He wanted a longer contract, and eventually he got his 2-year contract. He's benefited from it, but also Atletico have benefited as well.
Juan Fran taking the throw, said this week he believes Atletico Madrid can win the Champions League. Be it this season, next season, he thinks they're developing and building a squad that's capable of going all the way in Europe's premier club competition.
But when you think about the players that have come in and gone out of Atletico and the changes that Simeone has made since he's taken over the managerialship, they have got stronger. Yes, we know that they won La Liga a couple of years ago, but this is a strong outfit. You look on the bench, it's a strong outfit. Players missing. It is a wealth of talent here.
He is good in. Thiago fouled by Perez. Fernando Torres will get a run out for half an hour or so. Looking a lot fitter and a lot more confident than those painful days when he lost his form initially at Liverpool and then struggled at Chelsea. Has looked at times this season much more like the old Fernando Torres. Comes on now to replace Jackson Martinez. And this is music to the Colombians' ears. A rousing send-off here. A hard-working performance and a goal which will boost his confidence no end.
Well, the expectation of Jackson Martinez is not only just come in and score goals, but to work hard and fit into the philosophy of Diego Simeone. And certainly, after 32 minutes, he was able to have that cool, calm, composed finish. But it was a howler from the 2 centre-halves of Valencia.
Oh, Gaia! Just as well that he got that heading towards his goalkeeper. Thiago. Torres. Felipe. Ferreira Carrasco. Felipe. Koke. That stays down. Toying with Valencia here. sure Simeone will want this at 2-0. We're still half an hour to go, but the fans are loving it.
Well, there you have the combination between Carrasco and Koke. Some great bit of trickery. There's a fantastic Cruyff turn on Andre Gomez. Sent him completely the wrong way.
Cancelo. Gaia. Godin joining up in this attack. This is Griezmann. Jimenez. Atletico Madrid currently top of their Champions League group. Only on goal difference from Benfica. Valencia second in their group behind Zenit St. Petersburg, who've won 3 out of 3 so far. And both these clubs showing good signs of getting through to the knockout stages.
Both have got important games before they go back into the Champions League. Atletico are away at Deportivo. Valencia home to Levante. So that's always an interesting one, the Valencian derby. But as you're right to say, both are in good stead in the Champions League. You'd have to fancy that Valencia are virtually all but qualified. Sometimes when I'm coaching young kids, Kevin, I say to them about a situation in respect of when there's a ball there, not to go chasing it like a piranha, that's a piece of meat. But that's exactly what Atletico do. That ball is a piece of meat, and they're all like piranhas, and they're all so hungry for that ball.
It's a lovely build-up again, Felipe and Ferreira Carrasco. Should be easy and is for Dominic. Well, the best team in recent years that I've seen in their speed to win the ball back has been Barcelona. And that wonderful rise under Pep Guardiola, but this is every bit as good out of possession from Atletico Madrid. So quick to get back into shape.
Yes, there was that philosophy that when you lose possession, was it 7 or 9 seconds that to go and regain the ball? And certainly that's exactly what Atletico are doing this evening. I'd love to find out from the stats guy how many regains they've had in different areas of the pitch. And you will find a lot of them have been in the final third, but certainly when you get to the middle section, especially when you look at the likes of Gabi, Thiago, Koke, the regains are phenomenal.
Possession won again, this time by Torres. He wins the free kick. Enzo Perez going to pick up a yellow card. He claimed he got a foot on the ball, the Argentine. The referee says no.
It's just like, as soon as you're on that ball, you have to think that with the floodlights you have shadows, and you have to think that those shadows are the opposition. Well, they actually are the opposition. They are that tight. And they have been that good tonight.
Thiago winning an excellent header. Gaia. Koke. Torres, Koke. Fernando Torres again. Juan Fran. Picks up Carrasco beautifully. Santos in the way. And Juan Fran penalised, so quick to get back into position after getting forward to produce that lovely cutback ball for the volley for Pereira Carrasco.
Well, I wasn't sure whether or not that shot from Carrasco was going to be going in, irrespective of Santos got his header to it. But you're right in what you're saying with Juan Fran. So experienced. He knew that if he was going to cross the ball to the 6-yard box, Dominic was going to come out. A quick look out, and there was Carrasco unmarked, 18 yards out. Great technique. Managed to grab hold of the ball, got it downwards, and it's an excellent defensive header from Santos.
Here's Bakali. First time we've seen him since he came off the bench. They're so confident in playing their way out from the back. Well, we looked at Atletico Madrid in the summer with their signings, the players that left. The fans were enthusiastic about the new arrivals. We all had a look, David, and wondered whether they could mount a serious title challenge. They started this weekend 2 points behind a three-way tie at the top. Real Madrid have already won the battle of the top two against Celta Vigo on Saturday. Barcelona also on 21 points at the moment with Real Madrid. Atleti, if they get 3 points here, Simeone's team will move to 19. But there's no question, they are going to be right in the mix, aren't they?
They're going to be right in the mix once again. As I said, they've got a fantastic squad. They have players who can score goals. They've got 4 very, very good centre forwards, which a lot of top European sides have.
It's great work here by Pereira Carrasco, getting the better of Cancelo, and it's wide. Oh, it's a good chance for Griezmann. Form he's been in, we'd probably expect to take that one.
But it's a never say die attitude, isn't it? And this time it's Carrasco getting that regain. Very high up, dispossesses Cancelo, has a quick look, sees the movement from Griezmann, gets slightly gratuitously, that it takes a little deflection. But Griezmann will be unhappy he hasn't hit the target.
And just listen to this for Yannick Pereira Carrasco. His first season in La Liga. And what a moment for this young man. Well, Carrasco rings down from the stands. Not just about his goal, but his all-round performance here. Outstanding.
If you ever thought that he wasn't quite sure whether or not he was welcomed here in Spain, in Madrid, at the Vicente Calderón, that showed you what it was. It was a standing ovation. It's a magnificent performance.
Another of Atletico Madrid's fine young prospects, Oliver Torres, is on to replace Pereira Carrasco, number 21 Spanish international, wearing number 10. Excellent attacking midfield player. Went out on loan at Porto last season and emerged from a boy to a man, really. Had some good minutes out in Portugal.
So it doesn't hurt sometimes, Kevin, to get yourself out on loan, play first team football. Scored 7 goals as well whilst he was there at Porto. And you're right in what you're saying. He's come back, he's gained a lot of experience, and he's a different person, as you say. He's come from a boy into being a man now.
No sign just at this moment that Valencia are going to do anything about their predicament. Oblak still supremely well protected. Away by Thiago. Cancelo. Danilo. Valencia corner.
They're still even calling his name now, Kevin Carrasco. It's a warm hug from his coach for his work, his effort, his goal.
Cancelo with the corner. Drops kindly here for Mustafi. Oh, that's a penalty. It's a poor challenge by Godin. Well, on first viewing, there's certainly looked contact there. And he didn't need to. Mustafi is going nowhere to hurt Atleti.
I can't understand what Diego Godin's doing here. As you're right to say, he's going away from goal, he's getting to the byline, there's not even a chance that he's going to be able to cross the ball. The best Mustafi's ever going to get is a corner. That is from an experienced international. Doesn't have to make that challenge.
The most experienced defender out here tonight, Diego Godin. And now, Paco Alcácer, a chance to give Valencia a lifeline. No mistake. Nuno has hope.
Well, we were wondering who was going to take the penalty with Parejo being substituted. He scored against Malaga last week by going straight down the middle. And there you see Alcácer, young man, but he's still very experienced, he's still composed, has a quick look. Oblak goes down very easily and he tucks it into the opposite corner. He really needs that, Alcácer. We know that he scored a brace against Luxembourg for Spain, but that's only his second La Liga goal of the season.
Extraordinary piece of defending from Godin. He's been almost error-free for 2 or 3 seasons now.
But we do know that when there are set pieces inside that 18-yard box, he likes to grab hold of shirts. And that is one thing that you can say against Diego Godin. He does far too much of that. We know a lot of players get away with it, but there are times when you get caught out. But that was an inexperienced decision from a very experienced professional.
Cancelo. Gomez. Held up well by Gavi. Now Koke.
Well, now we'll see what Atletico are made of. Conceding that goal, 17 minutes to go. So the intensity has been immense. Simeone will be asking for another 16, 17 minutes or so.
Here's Griezmann. Space opening up here. Taken on by Thiago. Oliver Torres. Mustafi getting the better of Fernando Torres. Great work again by Thiago. Where does he get his energy from?
Well, I don't know, as you're right to say, 34 years of age. Had a great opportunity just moments ago. I thought it was a bit of a toe poker. Wasn't able to actually wrap his foot around it. But then that ball comes out to Fernando Torres. He's got to be bigger and stronger than that. He's got to be holding off Mustafi, but you're right in what you're saying. The regain once again from Thiago.
I'm quite interested in your regain stat now, David, having mentioned it. I would think it's 20-25. That might be a bit conservative.
I think it will be, and I'm sure when we look at the papers tomorrow, they'll all be in there, all the regains, the possession, everything that you want to know.
Bouncing ball, just slightly awkward for Santos. Goalkeeper got him out of the hole. It's not just about those regains, though, it's the positions on the pitch in which a lot of them have been high up in the Valencia half. But here, they've got something to chew on, and there's renewed vigour for the away side. Good ball by Griezmann. Here's Koke. Oliver Torres. Not much to his left. Felipe joining up now. Koke. Thiago looking for Juan Fran. Dominic with a sprawling save out as far as Griezmann. Torres! What a great chance for Fernando Torres to put distance between the two teams again. One or two shaking their heads in the stand.
Well, this is a great ball from Thiago into the path of Juan Fran. Did he actually collect that with his right arm? But does really, really well up against McCarley. It's an excellent save from Dominic, and then eventually when the ball comes in, you'd have thought that Fernando Torres is looking for his 100th goal for Atletico. Misses the target.
Fernando Torres, offside.
Just been a little bit lazy, isn't he, going back towards the ball. I'm not quite so sure when I see that second whether or not he was. But that was a golden opportunity, wasn't it? For Juan Fran. Once again, Dominic comes to the rescue of Valencia. And then Fernando Torres, in his prime, would have put that in the back of the net.
12 minutes to go plus stoppage time, and having been outplayed for much of this game, Valencia are still in it and still with hope of coming away from the Vicente Calderon with a point maybe. And Simeone knows that was the chance, and some minutes of relaxation of Fernando Torres had hit the back of the net, wasn't close to doing so.
Just thought he's a little bit too quick going towards the ball from Antoine Griezmann's cross. But the real opportunity there was for Juan Fran. Good backtracking by Bakali. He's playing the wider on the left-hand side of that Valencia midfield.
Pablo Piatti down there wearing 11 for Valencia. The little Argentine winger will be on shortly.
So they're going to put a little bit of added height on, aren't they?
Capable of a goal. Piatti. Those fresh legs will be sent on with the message from Nuno to run and run at every opportunity at this Atletico Madrid defence. Replaces Enzo Perez.
Well, he's certainly taking a chance now, isn't he, Nuno? You have to take a gamble, don't you?
Yeah.
Certainly when you have the likes of Piatti. 10 minutes to go. We know what a good player is, especially on his left-hand side.
Well, it's virtually a front three now for Valencia. Santimina, Alcázar, Piatti. kick against Juanfran. Yellow card. And more encouragement for Valencia.
Well, it's just a slight shove in the back from Juanfran and Gaia. The referee was in an excellent position. Certainly very worrying moments for the home side. Great opportunity for Valencia.
Well, very few people, if any, at half-time expected the 80-minute mark and the game to be in this position. A moment's aberration from Diego Godin, gifting the penalty, stroked home by Paco Alcácer. And Valencia now smelling a result here. Away by Thiago. Cancelo. It's not what Valencia needed.
I thought that was a great opportunity because Pablo Piatti was left all by himself on the edge of the 18-yard box. But that was a waste from Cancelo.
Antoine Griezmann is the latest player to make way here for Atleti. And on to replace him is the Argentine international Angel Correa. Saw Correa play twice in World Cup qualifying games for Argentina recently. In the absence of the injured Sergio Aguero, Correa led the line for Argentina. We've not started well in that World Cup qualification, incidentally, if you haven't been across it. They're beaten at home by Ecuador and only drew in Paraguay.
So not only missing Aguero, but Lionel Messi as well.
You take those two out of the Argentina setup, and of course they're nothing like the threat. Looked quite ordinary in both those matches, I have to say. Fernando Torres feeling plenty of Mustafi there.
Well, there's nothing wrong in that at all. There's just a desire to win from the German centre-half. But he wishes he didn't miss that first one in the opening half after 32 minutes. Lost the flight of the ball. Jackson Martinez capitalising on that one.
Santi Mina earns Valencia the free kick. Any signs of Atletico Madrid running out of steam a little, but maybe more to do with the adrenaline now pumping through the players in the white shirts of Valencia, having been given a window of opportunity with that Alcácer penalty. Here's Correa. Gets the free kick out of Danilo.
Well, I was just about to say that Gil Manzano's had an excellent game this evening. He's let a lot of challenges go. Good to see at times there's 50-50s. Players have just got one thing on their mind, and that's going for the ball. There's a lot of... There you go, there's one, there's two. Good refereeing.
Oliver Torres. Took a late one from Cancelo. Simeone playing referee. Almost stepped onto the pitch there to say that should be punished by a yellow card. It's actually Gomez who's gone into the book.
Yeah, just a little bit of frustration there from Andre Gomez and Oliver Torres. Comes right through the Atleti player. It's just that desire, isn't it? The enthusiasm to get hold of the ball. I'm sure Simeone had a quiet word with Gil Manzano there.
Other way round, I think. Manzano just suggesting to Simeone there's only one referee here tonight. Thank you.
Well, I'm sure Simeone would have instigated it anyway.
Absolutely. Koke. Lovely cross. Santos happy to get enough on that to take it over and beyond his own goal. Heading to the last 5 minutes of normal time.
Well, it was a lovely set piece, wasn't it? Played towards the centre of the goal. It's a good job that Santos had a large touch of the ball. The slightest of deflections could have found it nesting in the back of his net. I know he's come up for some criticism during the course of this game, but that's an excellent header.
Here comes a corner, Godin just looking for some room to get elevation.
I think this comes off the hand of Diego Godin in the end. They were saying about the blocking. Let's have a little look. Oh no, it comes off the head.
Here's Piatti. Felipe stands his ground, but Valencia get the corner. And full credit to them. They've had to work really hard to stay within touch. It's needed some good goalkeeping from Dominic. Atletico Madrid could have been 3, maybe even 4-0 up at half-time, and that was game over. But Valencia still have hope here. Away by Thiago, only as far as Piatti. Tumbles under a challenge that wasn't a particularly good one from Correa. And he too now looks at a yellow card.
Well, that's excellent work by Piatti, but you saw when that ball came in and around the penalty spot, there was about 4 or 5 Atleti players undecided who was actually going to get rid of the ball. Eventually Thiago hits it straight to Piatti. He shapes if he's going to cross it to start with, and then moves towards the byline, draws the foul. Another great opportunity here. I still fancy this towards the corner of the 18-yard box, the edge of the 18-yard box. There we go, Piatti unmarked again.
The demeanour of the Atleti supporters has changed from raucous celebration to fans who can barely look on now. Into the last 3 minutes, referee still not ready.
But who's picking Piatti up at the far post? We know he's only 5'4.5", but you can't allow a spare body.
Well, there he is, still without a marker. Free kick goes the way of Atletico Madrid. They won't be in any hurry over this.
No, that was Danilo going out on Thiago on the edge of the 18-yard box. There we see, just getting their challenge, and yes, I'm sure you don't want to look.
Simeone demanding more from the supporters. Can they give any more? What fantastic fans they are. Well, this was a fixture, David, that you and I were both really looking forward to. Hasn't disappointed. It's been like a cup tie, hasn't it?
Oh, it's been fantastic. It's been frantic. It's been frenetic. There's so many adjectives you can relay towards this game. Yes, there could have been a few more goals, but Dominic has stopped 2 or 3 of those. But it's the quality as well. The quality of both sides. Yes, we talk about regained, and maybe some of the passing could have been a little bit better. But you've got to give credit to both sets of players for tonight's entertaining game. Still not finished. Is there a twist yet to this game?
Remember, a lot of these players played in the Champions League as well in midweek, so testament to their fitness. Another mistake from Godin. Could be punished. Santi Mina! Oh, he didn't do anything there. That was neither a cross or a shot to trouble Oblak. He really should have been putting his instep through that.
Well, I wonder what was going through the mind of Santi Mina, but that was all about Diego Godin. Tried to be a little bit too cute, got dispossessed by Pablo Piatti. I just wonder whether or not he's just trying to feather that into Paco Alcácer, or was it a case that he was trying to lift it over Jan Oblak? As you're right to say, Kevin, he was caught in 2 minds, and when you're indecisive, that's where your mind plays trouble.
Koke. Stoppage time approaching. It's a corner. Diligent work there from Koke. Exactly what his team needed at this moment of the game. 3 minutes added on.
Well, Danilo thought that ball was going to go out and he was trying to shepherd it. But well done by Koke once again. Well, there's Correa making great strides in towards the 18-yard box. Did think that was going to be a corner. But the referee alleged that was a goal kick. Gives another opportunity for Valencia to get that ball into the opposing half.
Fernando Torres on the chase, met by Mustafi. That's a push. Valencia didn't need that. It was inexperienced from 19-year-old Danilo.
And Atletico will just take their time now, just trying to run down the clock. Correa knew exactly what was happening. Could feel Danilo in behind him. Goes down very, very easily. Again, an easy decision for Gil Manzano.
Koke. Can Valencia fashion one last goal-scoring opportunity? What about these two teams and their fitness after Champions League game? Many of these players in midweek. David, it's outstanding, isn't it?
Well, it's a testament not only to their professionalism but also to their management, sports science team, to be able to get their players fit again, get all the rehydration, the cooling down process, and for both sides to perform like this. Again, you talk about stats. It'd be interesting to find out how far some of these players have actually run tonight. Maybe not as much as Simeone, because he's not even in the technical area. He's up and down that touchline.
Yellow card for Gabi. Last opportunity, you'd think, now for Valencia. Piatti with a free kick. Oblak's going to come and takes all the pressure off his defenders. It's the last action of a rip-roaring game at the Vicente Calderón, and no supporters have played a major part in this Atletico Madrid victory. Sensational support from the Atleti fans. No question that they deserve to win this game, but only surprise really that it was only such a narrow margin in the end. Godin conceding a penalty scored by Alcázar after Atletico Madrid led 2-0 at half-time. But they're closing the gap on Real Madrid and Barcelona. Final score, Atletico Madrid 2, Valencia 1. So, David, let's have a look at what it does to the table. It takes Atletico Madrid into the top three, the big three, all there now.
Well, certainly so, and you have to admire the performance from Atletico Madrid tonight to put themselves back into third place, back into contention. And yes, it's about the three, Real Madrid, Barcelona and Atletico. But look in behind them, you've still got Celta Vigo, you've still got Villarreal. But Valencia, they'll be disappointed after the second half performance not to have got something out of this game. But you have to give a lot of credit to Atletico.
So let's look back on the goals at the Vicente Calderón. It was a tale of mistakes, at least for a couple of them. And the first one gifted by first Mustafi and then by Santos to Jackson Martinez.
Well, it is calamitous from the two centre-halves, wasn't it? First, Mustafi just loses the flight of the ball. Santos just wants to go and volley it away, but it's cool, calm, composed from Jackson Martinez. He's able to just grab hold of the ball, nice little thigh control, and then sends Dominic the wrong way.
Well, 1-0, then became 2-0. Such a high intensity about Atletico Madrid in the first half in particular. And this young man is beginning to make a name for himself. Yannick Ferreira Carrasco, the young Belgian international.
Well, he does so well. He dispossesses Enzo Perez to start off with. But I have a look at the back unit of Mustafi and Santos. They're going back towards the goal. They don't commit themselves. And eventually Carrasco, just about 20 yards out. It's a nice little sighter. Great goal.
Well, we're still scratching our heads at what Diego Godin was doing here to concede a penalty.
Well, vastly experienced international Diego Godin. He knows that Mustafi is not going to do anything. The best he's going to get out of it is a corner. But there you see Alcácer. Normally Parejo comes and takes a penalty. There he sends Oblak the wrong way.
So Atletico Madrid running out as deserved winners in the end. MLS action for you to enjoy now on Sky Sports 2, and indeed right across the MLS. We've got full coverage for you on Sky Sports 2 and Sky Sports 3. NFL, I should say, on Sky Sports 3. More Primera Division action from Spain, from the San Mamés Sporting Gijón, making a fairly short journey to Athletic Bilbao. 7:25, Sky Sports 5. Well, my thanks to David Phillips, and for me, Kevin Keatings, and all the team. Hope you've enjoyed it. Till the next time, bye-bye.
Enjoy Sky Sports Live. On all screens, on the go, and the best bits on demand.